So, and here we are again with special limited Voices from the Past 3, another Bollocks compilation of songs I've never heard of probably. Well, I'm kind of surprised there's actually quite a lot of interaction with these Voices from the Past videos. I mean, it's pretty interesting to me to see those different influences, but it's also cool there's some interest from you guys. So, I hope there will be another great 5 songs waiting for us. I think this is the Voices from the Past album where it actually switched to the show vocals, so let's just delve into it and see, I guess. The Queen of the Reich. MVP title here. Also the band, what's that title? Queen's Reiche. That's a vibe. Oh, that was sure, right? I dig the guitars here. That's so noisy, what the frick? Oh, that's... Yo, I totally catch that riff. Perhaps it's the mix and perhaps it's, I don't know, in combination with the kick drum or something. But the guitar almost sounds like a machine gun, right? It's like firing these intense bursts, which is really cool to me. And I guess just one other detail is, you know, Sho has a rather powerful voice, but especially in this song so far, most of the intensity really comes from the instrumental here. So actually Sho feels a bit more like a background instrument here. Perhaps that wasn't the case in the original, in case perhaps the singer had a more gritty voice or something, but maybe it's just an idea of the song in general. Soloing over the gallop. That's how I like it. Okay, that was almost a bit freaky, like they've put him 20 meters away from the microphone just then to swing him in. Totally dig the riff. Also how crunchy his guitar sounds, right? Okay, yeah, man, that was a fairly enjoyable song to start the album with. I just have the feeling that Shu has quite a lot of fun just bringing out those shreddy licks there. Almost a bit more than in, like, many Galneryus songs, actually. Perhaps due to thematic focus or whatever. But just, like, the tapping, those laser beam type sounds. A lot of, like, bluesy ideas and stuff with the bends and everything. So, mood-wise, this mostly had this type of, like, aggressive battle sound, which usually, I don't know, comes with a bit of a brighter notion because it's supposed to be energizing and something, but it mixed this with like a certain level of grandness, which made it sound pretty epic at times. When it opens up here, it gets into grandness. And this low note here just adds a bit of a dark element. And also how the solo starts off, it just has this sort of epic element. Almost reminds me a bit of Galneryus at the same time, like something like Raise My Sword. In the beginning of the solo section, they actually take off the speed in the background from the backing track, and we just have this cool hooking melody on the guitar to then transition to the shredding section. So yeah, pretty nice song, pretty strong. I like it a lot. So let's see. Okay, another Scorpion song. Okay, that's actually a song I know. Joel actually is a Scorpions fan, as far as I know. Oh, palm muted, okay. That's pretty chunky. I don't quite remember about the original here in detail, but what's interesting is just, you know, Sho has this really soft voice, right? He usually doesn't sing raspy. Sometimes he tries, actually. I also remember some lives where I tried to do this, but I don't think this is his comfort zone. So usually he sings like clean, and I think like this song would work really well if you had this really gritty voice. Okay, now I perhaps triggered some, you know, vocal experts because rasp and grit are not the same thing, but I don't know the difference. So like just trying to outline, he's singing cleanly here, and he has just this high-pitched voice. You don't hear a lot of low end there, so it doesn't sound very full. Just interesting, I guess, how they try to work around this a bit, if you know what I mean. So they layered his voice here, for example. Really simple setup for a song, actually. They really like to use those laser beams there. Whoa. How are they doing this? I mean, that was a pretty wobbly solo with the slides and everything. Pretty cool blues licks though, not gonna lie. But how did they do that with the drums exactly? That's an extremely cool mood switch with the violins. Is he doing that with like very fast hits? I don't know. It sounded like it was pulling something. That was a cool transition. This almost sounds a bit epic here at this point. I also hear sometimes, I don't know, people comparing the vocalist of Scorpions with Shaw. Since I'm not a very active listener of Scorpions, I really can't tell that much, but I guess it's that, you know, higher core of the voice perhaps, which might be similar or whatever. Yeah, anyway, just wanted to drop that in. You know, the end there was pretty cool. Again, due to his like very specific high register in which he's singing, I guess they're doing a lot with the background arrangement, and in the end they just stacked layer upon layer. It was really cool that there was some just stuff going on in the background. That's why I called it epic almost. There was just a lot of like movement all around. Right, there's violence there and violence there. And then shredding in the background. And the laser beams. And the drums pumping up. That's really cool. And stops very abruptly. Very humble. Oh, we got some Ingwe. Does that even have vocals though? Oh. Deja vu. I've been in this place before. Oh, love the neoclassic element. I mean, Ingrid is pretty much a nerd on another level when it comes to this, but she also has a lot of fun, like, making these noises there. Yeah, just about Malmsteen, I think that's one of Shu's main inspirations actually seems to be, which is not that hard to see, but then again, I think Shu has pretty much made his own thing out of that, which I highly appreciate because I really respect Malmsteen's playing, but it can get a bit dry at times. But the tension, also like harpsichord, honestly, is one of my favorite instruments. That's a really awesome guitar sound with the arpeggios in the background. Now we get a solo section, right? I like how this sounds a bit like a storm. It has a bit of chaos to it. Yeah! That's really thick. Whoa. Whoa. Nice drums. Okay, now I get why he chose that song. That was a phenomenal solo section, to be honest. It was mood-wise just really awesome. Had a lot of these classical movements and stuff, but just the vibes it also created, right? Honestly, I actually dig this so much that I actually want to listen to that again. Right, we have this storm, this like tension. That's so awesome. With the shredding in the center and those. Just how this riser in the mood, right? Extremely heavy battle sequence here. Love the production on this. This is awesome. Bit of feathery. Has something a bit churchy. That feels almost like Galneryus. It's actually cool how those chords in the background build this sort of tension. This is a sort of like harmonic idea. I don't know exactly how it works, but it's just like the note in the background always just rises by a half step, right? And this, for some reason, brings in that interesting, mysterious tension to it. That's a banger riff. So this unofficial video names this Deja Vu Yngwie J. Malmsteen's Rising Force cover. I think Rising Force is a pretty fitting title for the song in general. It had a lot of rising force, and I think it solves it magnificently, right? So again, I don't know how much like Shu's influence has played here in this cover version, but I really dig it. Yeah, I think we're past halftime, and there's 2 other songs still ahead. I would just like to take the time and look a bit at comments in case there was some stuff to read. Amir, for example, has mentioned that these 2 cover albums, referring to the 2 voices from the past albums we've listened to so far, have a better mix than most Galneryus albums. Everything is balanced, especially the drums, while most of the times in Galneryus albums the guitar is mostly clear, or maybe vocals. It's hard to even hear the organs, which are very cool. And yeah, they turned these covers into Galneryus style. The creativity was high at that time. So this covers quite some points, because I always have the question, well, how much creative force actually flows into the songs, and apparently they do quite some stuff to change things up, which is also really cool. And also like about the mix, because I mentioned last time, you know, the mix was rather muffled. If I compare it to this, I'm not exactly sure, because I had to compare it like head to head, but it didn't sound as crisp and clear. But as was mentioned in that comment, this doesn't necessarily say something about it being better or worse. What I also pointed out in the last video, for example, was just how much heavier things sounded at times, as in the Resurrection album, which was pretty cool. And yeah, so much about that. I also seen we have another comment by our trivia person. I've been waiting for the second reaction of the voices from the past. I think they chose a rather maniac song this time and made powerful arrangement. So yeah, definitely. And they wrote something about singular songs. 1789 is a song from Silver Mountain, but also Jens Johansson, who was enrolled in this band, later played the keyboard with Yngwie Malmsteen and Stradivarius. So a lot of like connection points, especially for Shu, who has named Malmsteen and Stradivarius as one of his main influences. Then we have Secret Loser. It's actually cool because I think those 3 songs were some of the ones I like the most from last week's episode. Secret Loser is a song by Ozzy Osbourne, but I dare to be the 2nd generation guitarist Jake E. I feel the obsession with the place where it chose Lee's song. I like the original simpler and better. If I understood this correctly, you can like tell me that there are like several versions of the songs and you like the original better. Is that approximately right? In that case, that would be something worth looking up, definitely. Firewind is a solo song by Uli John Roth, who was the guitarist of Scorpions and Electric Sun. Again, cross connections there. To be clear, Uli Roth is not good at singing, but he has a good thing that makes him addicting, I guess. However, I still think that the thrillingness of the guitar solo is the highest in the original. Shu has played too much. This most likely again refers to like the cover version perhaps doing a bit too much and appreciating the original song. That would actually compel me to listen to those versions a bit more diligently. Well, the third part of Voices from the Past is a selection of songs that make use of Shu's high notes. I'm looking forward to it because it's my favorite. Oh, okay. So, we're currently listening to your favorite. I hope you're having fun so far. We have another long comment by Shiro, which I also don't wanna ignore. 1789 cover is a genuine banger of a song. I love all the vocals here, especially Shu's death growls in Kill Them, Hang 'Em. I didn't even realize that he was singing that. but I heard the growls. Sounds great. Junichi on the drums as well gets your heart racing the longer the song goes on. To answer my question, probably about how close it is to the original, it's not like the original at all, which is not a bad thing in this case. The original song by Silver Mountain isn't nearly as heavy feeling as this cover is. So this is exactly what I wanted to know, because that was really what stood out to me in that song. On to Secret Loser. I really like the intro of this song, gets you prepared for the awesomeness that the rest of the song contains. Also, I don't know if it's a good thing or not, but the song is around 5 or so minutes, but feels a bit longer somehow. I remember Secret Loser really being a song I really dig the atmospheric places it went to, like a bit more of a journey, and this perhaps was what made it feel longer. Rise or Fall is genuinely glorious. If I thought the intro for Secret Loser was good, this blows out of the water. I've mentioned before how much I love the Wow of Life and Death by Shu. Doesn't shy away from using it in his song, and yeah, I totally own that as well. And I honestly couldn't imagine a lot of his playing without that. Actually, it's almost like the guitar, you know, is speaking in a way. It's not just playing, it's speaking. I love how during the chorus a couple band members other than Yamabi sing in unison. It's almost a good thing when you hear that from any Galneryus song. Agreed on that. Another thing with the chorus is that it has a slight ominous sense to it, but it's also uplifting due to the lyrics. It seems to be a common theme within these cover albums that the third song in the collection seems to be the best or my personal favorite songs of the albums. Well, do we continue this trend here? I think Mom's Theme was a pretty good choice here. The solo knocked it out of the park for me. That was just my type of stuff. Mr. Soul Survivor is an awesome song as well because of the lyrics and Yamabi further boosting the song with his voice. At 28:36, it's quite the surprise, a really good one that I'm glad was added. It's that Galneryus flair that we all know and love. I like Secret Loser where it feels like the song is somewhat dragging on. The section at the end of the song is my style of heat and hyper toughness. Okay, so also being a bit more on the aggressive end here. And about the last song, with the song Fire Wind by Electric Sun, I'm pretty sure it's the guitarist Uli John Roth used to play for Scorpions. So again, I don't know the guy, I don't know how to pronounce his name, so sorry for that. Which made the song pictured live from the first voices from the past album. Okay, so again, another cross-reference here, thanks for that. To the actual components of the song, it's a calm song to end the album with. I don't have anything to say because I've used up my words on every song prior to this, so I really know this problem when doing, like, you know, reactions on a regular basis. At some point you just start repeating yourself because you just don't know enough words to express more specifically what every song is doing. And of course there is quite some stylistic reminiscences and references and stuff, not to say repetitions. I always appreciate the trivia, and I'm always surprised if it's like albums like these, right, where just stuff like this comes. Really cool. That's why I wanted to read it, so thanks for that. And I think now I have to restart my camera for a second. So all right, next one. Who's Joshua? Okay, I like Joshua already. Yeah. Very Galneryus already. That's what you usually hear at the end of a song, but it's at the beginning. Holy sh! I think the lower voice fits Show really well, like surprisingly well. What the frick? Like the little atmosphere with the piano. I've seen that coming, the neoclassical progression. I love that with the calm mood and the harpsichord. Organ coming in. What a chill neoclassical song, though. The wah is pretty heavy here. It also sounds so distorted. And now we have the full organ. Favorite wah of the bunch so far, definitely. Mood reminds me a bit of Castlevania at this point, from the organ sound. That's actually a pretty interesting choice, especially like the sounds they've used there, right? Because it's a rather calm, atmospheric song, but just they kind of use similar, I don't know how to call that, sound fonts. I don't know if that's the right word, right? So, especially like the organ and the harpsichord and stuff, it has this harsh, you know, almost baroque neoclassical element to it, which we had in the songs before, which had a vastly different mood, right? This is a much softer song, and it's just an interesting mixture, you know, from the way the song melds together, especially with the vocals also, perhaps precisely because Sho sings a little lower here. The vocals are together with the background instrumental, right, and not like separate from it. And yeah, I appreciated the wah, and also like the, just to show the intro again, that's so cool how it went from soft to neoclassical. Right here. Yes. That was actually such a cool intro. I enjoyed it quite a lot. And, you know, it mixed those three elements pretty well. This heavier metal element at the bottom. Started off with like moody stuff and then brought in the high neoclassical things. It was just a cool mix of those three things. Okay, so let's move on to the last. Okay, so this seems to be Kiss of Death. Another headbanging riff. That layered with the gallop, okay? I wouldn't be able to hit all of those pinch harmonics so cleanly. It actually adds a pretty interesting texture to the song. The drums are crazy in this. That's so heavy. That little punch there. Classic shoe shredding. That sounds almost one-to-one like a shoe solo I've heard already from a Galneryus song. I love those licks. That was awesome. That was really awesome. I actually dig the choruses here also. Is that another solo? Keyboard. How do you even play that? I don't understand. So was that just the final shred to end off the Voices from the Past? trilogy. So I just reconfirmed that these were the only 3 albums, so thanks for following through on that. Wait a second before you leave, we have to do a little recap and a little ranking, and feel free to join in what your favorites were. Yeah, what Kiss of Death also made me realize is it felt to me like the choruses were definitely more interesting than in the last album. I usually like a bit longer, more elaborate, perhaps even catchy choruses, and some of those were definitely catchy. So yeah, let's just skip a bit through all of those and see what they have to offer, because this time it's really difficult. I understand at least if this is a favorite for some, because it has a really strong selection of songs in my opinion. Yeah, this had this really heroic, uplifting mood, right? And I also think it had a really badass riff. Yeah. Yeah, I loved the guitar sound. It just had something crushing about it that was really awesome. And I think it also had this bit of more like epic spheres it went to. That's just so awesome. That was definitely already a strong one. So what do we have here? Rock You Like a Hurricane. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna say right off the bat. I think, as far as I remember, that's an actually pretty fun version of Rock You Like a Hurricane. Like, I know the original, because probably most people do. I think especially in the end, it had some cool ideas there, which made it pretty atmospheric. Right, and when it would follow there with those violin bursts. So don't get me wrong, that was pretty cool. It's just I like those more energetic songs, right? So for me personally, I think that's like the 5th spot, which I'm very grateful for, because it makes it a bit more easier for me to rank the rest, I guess. Yeah, I mean, the only thing you could criticize about this might be a certain repetitiveness, but I'm not sure. Yeah, this mood when it opens up here. I just love the classical, harmonic movements we have there. I just can't get enough of this. It makes not just a logical, but also so much emotional sense, right? How this classical music progresses. This is also why I love neoclassical influences in music in general, right? Because it just makes, in a lot of ways, much more sense to me. And yeah, I think this captures it pretty well. I mean, obviously, right? And just how this is composed from the instruments and all, right? The arrangement. Okay, so we don't have to listen to the whole thing again, but this was definitely a pretty strong one. This is gonna be hard, but that's definitely one of my favorites. Here we have the jump scare intro. It has this swinging idea to it, like some Galneryus songs. I don't quite remember the titles of, but there are some like more emotional Galneryus songs which have this swinging thing to them. I actually think this is pretty much a hidden gem, actually. And this also had the fade out intro, right? So this is a classic, more dramatic song then. And then, of course, we had Kiss of Death, which is just like kicking in your face all the time. Very bluesy at the same time. Oh, and it had 2 solo sections, right? That's probably one of the most awesome things I've heard by Yuki. Just this sound effect, man. What the frick is that? So this is a really kick-ass song, right? I really like the more energetic songs. So an obvious choice for spot number 4 would be November is Going Away, obviously. But I really liked it. I'm gonna put that into my playlist. Yeah, and I think the next one is gonna be Kiss of Death, because that's like a technically really cool song. It does what it does really well, but it's just... I just like this a bit more fantastical style a bit more. This would leave the 2 remaining ones to Deja Vu and Queens of the Reich. In this case, I could give the first spot just as well to Queen of the Reich. Simply because, you know, Engwe isn't really a new discovery for me. Although this is a really good song that somehow totally went under my radar. I'm pretty sure I know this song, but I just didn't remember it existed. So thanks for reminding me, I guess. I mean, the fun I had while listening to Queen of the Reich was already pretty nice. So then we have from bottom to top, we would have Rock You Like a Hurricane, November is Going Away, then Kiss of Death, followed by Deja Vu, and first place Queen of the Reich. Yeah, tell me what you thought about the songs. That was another pretty fun album. So thanks for everyone pointing that out to me, that these even existed. I'm really happy that we've listened to them. And I think now we're ready and prepared for the next album, which is, I think it's called Phoenix Rising, right? It's the one with the Phoenix. Quite a substantial amount of bangers in it. So I'm really excited for that one. I hope you are as well. And if so, tune in next time, whenever that will be. And I hope I'll see you then.